See, now I've gone into from herming and humming into Skixy. I haven't seen the Dark Crystal in a very long time. How am I, like, in this game after getting... I got Slave Broken with a -7, but I'm still in it. Maybe it's because my attacks have actually, like, done things. These ones. Hello, ogre. I only thought that would be 5. But it was not. It was 6. I fucked that up. But it's okay. So long as I don't also fuck this up. I'm gonna take this just to keep the train going. In we go with the rubber hose. In we go. Pow. I'm playing Yoshi no Cookie. And I have probably one viewer who is my friend, Tactful Ogre, although I have not known him as that for very long. We all have the names we remember in this world. I need... That was greedy of me. I was greedy, and it lost me the game. But I have not lost the match. Now with 6, I don't mind getting early. My schedule has been weird lately. I have been mostly under the weather, but that does not excuse how it's been a while since I've done. That'll be a good one. Oblivion. I hope to get back to that this sometime soon. I meant to do it yesterday, but I was not feeling great. Oh, I thought I was 1 point away, not 2, because I was reading the chat. Nice. There might be a such thing as a right side screen advantage or whatever in Yoco, but... Oh, did I turn layer 1 off? I did. But I think I perform about the same as player 1 or player 2. I don't think screen advantage matters much, because in fight game, the reason there is a screen side advantage is because it mirrors the inputs. But everything is perfectly symmetrical in Yoco. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. I've been awake for quite a time, so my senses are dull. You may be able to hear my boxed fan, because it is warm in the house today. But if you're willing to watch this, you're willing to listen to my boxed fan. Hello, Quark. Only pink people in the zoo today. On Laren in a different Discord just posted that Twitch affiliate thing, which I was not aware of. I would probably qualify for that, except that I don't stream enough. Maybe I should stream more then, instead of my... None of my job applications have done anything. So I can beg for table scraps from the 12 or so people who show up reliably. Mooch off my friends. I can't purge all the non-pinks because my own username is green. But I'm also not in the chat, so it's a problem that fixes itself. Ah, Medibot is hosting. Another pink name haver. Bong. That was just 5 points. It was fast, though. The worst kind of combo is the step combo. The one where you alternate between horizontal and vertical matches. Because those take the longest amount of time to clear. I lose. I was hoping that reload would happen and I would rotate into something that would kill Gus. But I didn't have time, and also it rotated into something that would not kill Gus. That sucked, but it did its job. I think there was one there. Yeah, there was one there. Have I ever lost a game to the length of clear animations? Yes. Definitely have. But only because attacks only happen at the end of clears. So if I've had a match that was going to panic my opponent to keep them from winning, go too long because it was too long of a combo, and have them get the points they needed to win before the clear happened. That's why -3 and +3 are good, because they just happen. I saw that coming. I was slow. I was very close. I was very close to a tie there. I had one very brief falter, and it cost me the game. It's why you'll see me sometimes take attacks immediately instead of trying to build a combo around them. I want them with some immediacy. Will this blind be enough? Yes, it will be. It made Gus not use his inner 9 things like that. I didn't see a fast enough triple there. There was a triple there, just I didn't see it fast enough, so I instead went for just to get the attack out because it was a good attack. You'll see me do it for panics the most, because I value panic that highly. I'm relatively certain that of the normal attacks, panic is the most powerful. Slave has the capacity to be more powerful, but in practice it tends to be. It also has the capacity to be the weakest of all attacks, is the problem. Even weaker than blind. Blind doesn't. Weaker than something that often doesn't do anything. This is going to be tight. Nope, fucked that up. That was an input error caused me that. That's on me, though. Luckily it rotated and... What did I do there? Luckily it rotated into a favorable position. Like, I'm just going to take this. Because I missed the last rotation's attack. Yeah, do this. This'll be... Oh, yeah, that'll be good. Like, that kind of staircase where it goes do, that it takes longer than simultaneous clears. That was a good combo, though. Squeezing a double impact out of it. I didn't do it on purpose. Which is a little less impressive, but... Well... Awful. Hello, Travram. Not in time. I hope you don't mean no-bake cookies, because I hate those. Does anybody actually like no-bake cookies? Do vegans like no-bake cookies? I respect the vegan lifestyle to a point when they're not self-aggrandizing. But you kind of have to admit to yourself when you walk down that road that you are going to be filling your life with food that is worse than the food other people eat. It's like, yes, I accept that these cookies that I can eat that are made out of peanut butter and crap are not as good as regular cookies. But that's the price I'll pay for my unwillingness to support the dairy industry. And that's a stance I respect. Because that is a stance of personal spite. What is it with this janky rotation I keep getting? This is actually bad, but I'll take it. There was no way to make that really good. Chocolate-coated peanut butter bowl thing. Huh. Probably okay. Usually they involve, like... Why did I do that? It's okay, though. Usually they involve, like, bananas and peanut butter. That was bad. Because now I'm going to miss this attack. Yeah, that would have cost me the game if I had not rotated to +3 2 times in a row. Better lucky than good is what I say. That's how I lost to Renleve. Better lucky than good. Although he is a very skilled player. Gus counters my blind by panicking himself. Nice quad. It's okay, I got this. I've got this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Here we go. My noonan time. Relatively terrible, but I'll persist. I went to the dentist earlier this week, and it is still causing me a minor amount of irritation. But I will persist. Although not in this game, because I'm pretty sure Gus just +3'd himself, and I am very badly rotating. Yep, okay. Some games you just weren't meant to win, kids. Well, the reason Ogre is about to have dinner is because it's... Is it 8 or 9 there, Ogre? Also, hello, Master Saw. It's yoki. Yoki is the hot new slang term I just invented for Yoshi's Cookie. Oh, I thought I was going to get 2 more points out of that. It's actually 7? Oh, you must not, Poland must not do daylight savings. Some games you just weren't meant to win. Although that I fucked up on, so. Ah. Well, I hope your own ventures of the jobitude fare well. Maybe I still haven't adjusted from when my brain is supposed to auto-calculate the difference in time when I was still living in Central, which was over a year ago at this point, so I should stop doing that. I still have a day job. Well, you'll get no pity from me then. I'll blind myself for a bite at the apple. I could have done that better, but I didn't need to. Yep. Did that relatively poorly. Although, did I reverse Gus into giving me +3 points? I wasn't even paying attention. I might have backdoored myself into a good position. Ha! Or I just made Gus +3 himself and didn't notice that either. Either way, I was far enough ahead that it didn't matter. So I've been thinking about stuff to stream, because Oblivion might slow down just because of like the sleep schedule I keep off and on. Why did I do that? Because I'm thinking about a conversation while also playing, so it's going to cause mistakes. And Jins has his own streaming schedule that he keeps relatively tightly. Although it should be easier since he's done with Tails now. It's not actually, because he just started Paper Mario. So, yeah, Oblivion might slow down like into a less frequent stream. So I've been thinking about other things to stream. I should get back to Legend of Grimrock, although it's been long enough that I don't remember where I am in that game. And it's kind of non-linear, so I'd have to look at my other videos to see where I am. I've also been thinking about getting back to Ancient Domains of Mystery. And if I do that, I think I will just try to beat the game and not try to do an ultra ending. It's because the ultra ending in that game has so much shit in it. But another idea I've had is a very bad idea, for a couple of reasons. Because it's a new stream, and you should not make new projects when you have unfinished projects. And it's also for a JRPG, which means it'll take forever. But Kaz and Kelsey have been playing Persona 5, which I admire because they greatly dislike the game, but they soldier through it. It makes it a little difficult for me to watch. Not because I like the game, I've very much turned on Persona 5. But more because the streams are not there's a very... they're very tense. But I was thinking of doing Persona 1 or 2. Just because those games are also bad. But in different ways. I never did finish streaming Persona 4 Izanagi mode only, but I never really intended that to be the whole game. I was just streaming it because I wanted to stream and was doing it. In fact, I think I've already beaten the game on that file, so... Crap. Okay. The only question is whether I would play the version of Persona 1 that is like the PSP version, which I think is a more faithful translation, versus the PS1 translation, which is a hilarious translation. I don't know at this point. I've played the games a little bit, and they're not fun. I know Persona 2 is the one that has Hitler in it, so that's the one people remember fondly. PS1 emulation is like a gigantic pain in the ass, but I think both of those games are on PSP, which is actually super easy to emulate nowadays. Just get on the train. Well, I have always played video games wrong, Travram. I don't immediately recall how much of my material you are familiar with, but... I did just mention playing Persona 4 using only Izanagi, which I think is fun and great. But I also think playing Dark Souls with Broken Straight Sword is fun and great, so... I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't mean to be presumptuous, it's just I'm terrible with names in general. One of my most vivid memories of my childhood is when my cousin Scotty was getting married. And I was just trying to get away from it all and to play Dragon Warrior Monsters 2 on my Game Boy. And my aunt comes up to me and asks me how I am enjoying it. And I desperately am trying to remember her name. It's very easy to remember at this particular moment because that was like a Sunday in June in Missouri. So it was like 90 degrees outside or whatever. And it's pretty warm in here right now. Ah, watched my VODs and videos. Well, thank you. Man, you've been slaved for a long time, Gus. And you might still win because of that +3. Okay, no you won't. But not for lack of trying. Ah. How many aunts do I have? I don't remember any of my aunt's name except for Diane, who is my uncle's wife, because of that story I just told. But all my other aunts who are not related directly, I just cannot remember. And Gus uses his slave-breaking powers to break slave. Here. Come on, I need gas. That's not gas. Okay. Yeah, but a lot of the other things I would like to stream, I really can't. I really need to do a computer upgrade at this point, but I'm dead broke. My hard drive I will need to replace that soon, whereas the rest of my computer is just 7 years old, and when I built it, none of it was top of the line. Oh, Gus is going to win this one. Hello, the Repster. Like, I have this old, what's it called? AMD Phenom X... Shit, what is it called? X4 995 Black? I think that's what it's called. Man, I'm trying to remember what my processor is called, and I'm just completely punting this match. The 2 gigabyte Radeon 7770 7770. Which is a little... It's a little younger than my processor, but not a whole lot more. And that was a bad match. Ah, forgive me. My presence was required briefly. Well, it's like I have gotten to the point where I can no longer run new games reliably. Like, there are some games that are, like, really intensive. Like, I can't do Witcher 3. Well, I can, but, like, it crappy. And Dark Souls 3 chugs a lot in certain places. And I would like to stream that game, because I really like that game, but I can just imagine that it would not stream well. So I'm kind of stuck streaming old games until... What am I doing? I guess I can take this time in between games to actually look at my damn processor. But yeah, I need a little money to do that, but it'll have to wait. I could probably scrounge parts and do a rebuild for like $500 or $600 and be okay with it. But I would just have to get that money somehow. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 has actual settings, but I think I could probably stream it if I turned the settings way down, in which case it would look like dog ass. And really, what's the point of that? AMD Phenom 2 X4. Yeah, that's I got it right. I think it's 3.4 gigahertz quad core. 3.2. I could do some overclocking on it since it's old at this point, but I've tried that, and this thing runs a little hot, even with the pretty good cooler that I have. And I've only got like 8 gig of memory, and the graphics card is also old. So I just kind of want to do a rebuild anyways. Like maybe get an i5. But the first thing to do would be the what is my graphics card? I just had Specky up, but I closed it. Yeah, Radeon HD 770 with 2 gigabytes of pretty sure it's 2 gig. Yeah, 2 gig. I also have absolutely no idea what my motherboard is, or if it's bad or not. Because when I built this computer, I did not know what made a good motherboard or not. I still don't entirely understand. So I don't know if it's got any bus speeds or whatever that are also bottlenecking things. Oh yeah, the Ryzens are good. It's just they don't have the thing going for them that has made AMD chipsets attractive for a long time, which is that they aren't cheap. Like, you pay more for one of the new Ryzens than you do for, like, an i5. Maybe even an... Like, they're competitive with the i7s in basically all ways. Yeah, I might take you up on that, Quark, but I would probably just buy a new one. What was the card I had my eye on? Let me look. I think it was 2 hundos and change, maybe? Yeah, 250. One of the new GTX 1060s. No, that'll take a while. For the old ones to get cheaper. The old supply and demand gag. Yeah, but the first thing I would need to replace is this hard drive. As far as the other things or stuff I would like, I am pretty sure this hard drive is on its way out. It's a little old and very heavily used. Can I keep this going? -3 there was very good, because it meant I could relax and focus on getting combos, rather than having to press an advantage and try to build a quad out of nothing. Okay, mine beat Gus, so it's okay. Too early. And that's going to cost me the match, as I was too early. Ah, the Canadian reveals himself. Fuck. Man, that was close. Hooray. Well, shit, it snowed a week ago here, and that doesn't mean anything. Then again, I am in Michigan. So it doesn't matter. Where is the real America? Although that reveals myself to be a United States American, because I just refer to my country as America, even though that is two separate continents. This is greedy, but I'm going for it. I felt I could afford to go for something as greedy as... Well, maybe not, because he fucking got +3. Yeah, I felt comfortable going for something greedy like that because it was a -3. But... Okay. Yeah, whatever. Hey, +3 from Gus. Nice. Hooray. Almost goofed that up pretty bad. Yeah, but now I'm thinking about my rebuild. I should look to see what the RAM I wanted to get was. Dig up the old spec sheet for this motherboard. See if they're compatible. Ah, hello Charles. I'm not playing very great because I'm kind of distracted for various reasons. Thinking about computers. Shit. Nope, I should be fine. Hooray! Start playing, Charles! Although I said I would play Renleve, and we still haven't. Haven't played with you either. Rippity boo-bah. And here I was thinking about like new things to stream when I have all these unfinished projects just laying around. Like, another thing I've been thinking about streaming is Wind Waker. It's because I play Wind Waker, like, once every 2 or 3 years, and I'm due. Ah. Gus wins. Well, Wind Waker is very good. Yep. I am very good at unfinished projects. The stream projects I have abandoned are Dragon Quarter, maybe Legend of Grimrock, a Final Fantasy V Fiesta, Persona 4, probably more. Whereas the one I have completed is Paper Mario. I think that's the only long-form stream I have not abandoned. I was having a good time with Dragon Quarter. It was the formats that I didn't want to keep with. I was going to play Dragon Quarter completely blind because I had got Kaz to stream Dark Souls completely blind. But I'm going to lose this game. I'm not going to lose this game. I'm going to win. I'm only 10 points behind. Okay, blind means I win. But, and I was actually doing fairly well with Dragon Quarter. But I had a very hard time keeping running commentary going. Because, I didn't know anything about the game. And I felt like there was so much dead air because I just had no idea what to talk about. So the last stream of Dragon Quarter was me crushing a DVD that said Dragon Quarter on it with my bare hands to prove that I was not a coward. Like I am being called right now. I actually liked the game quite a bit. Just, I don't think it was good stream material for me. The conditions were met. That's true. You're a lot better at the blind thing than I am, Kaz. I will give you many credits for that. I guess you're also more practiced at it than me, so that makes sense. What am I doing? That was bad. What was I doing just then? No, heckle me all you want. The best counter to heckling is earnestness. Am I going to lose that? Nope. Wait. Nope. Okay. For but a brief moment, I thought that might have been the second on-stream full clear, but it was not. I didn't have time, because I was dutzing around. Kaz also has more practice at being a streamer than me. Oh, Gus wins. Gus wins. And the controller is the other thing I need to replace. The Thrustmaster is now truly dead. It still works, but if its cable wiggles a little bit, it disconnects. Pretty sure one of the fixins at the controller base has ceased to function. And that's been fun readjusting to Dark Souls 3 with a PS2 controller. Because that PS2 controller is also... I don't have time. I had messed up. I didn't mean to do that, but that was okay. Yeah, I'm quite fond of this layout. Although, this layout's a cheat Because if I remove this, it's just that, which was a banner I made for, I think, the no longer tended Tumblr. But if you just hide that with the game, it looks like a layout. Now, I've done surgery on this controller enough that it probably doesn't warrant it anymore. It was... The Thrustmaster was maybe my favorite controller for the year or so it lasted. For one, it was just good. For two, it was called the Thrustmaster. There were a lot of powerful things going towards the Thrustmaster, just durability wasn't one of them. What am I doing? Not entirely sure. But I do know that I want this to be anything at all. There we go. There was a double impact there, and I should have set it up through blind, but I didn't. Is your mouse a really good one? I only have two things I want out of a computer mouse. One is that it has a detinted mouse wheel. Preferably very, very sturdily detinted. But just detinted enough. Which is an impossible thing to look for while shopping for a mouse, because the word for nobody knows what that word means. So it doesn't show up in item descriptions. All it means is that there's a little mechanical thing that makes it make a bump each time it goes past a portion of the scroll length. Gus is trying... I went left, right instead of left. I went right instead of left. And the other is that it has at least one more button than the normal 3-button mouse. Yeah, sometimes a mouse will tell you when it does not have that feature. They call it smooth scrolling, which I can assume is something that degenerates like. If you enjoy to have your mouse smoothly scroll, I cannot understand you as a person. And I can only assume you are the same kind of degenerate that when putting ketchup on your French fries... Here we go! Razzle dazzle, baby! That you're the same kind of degenerates that when putting ketchups on your fries, squirts it all over the fry pile. Which, as far as I am concerned, is an immoral act. But actually, knowing that a mouse is going to click when you scroll it is hard to... They just never tell you. You know, my sister does that, Charles. One of the many disagreements we've had in our life. Here's a good one, too. Man, this is just going nowhere, is it? No, you don't. I'm a little bit ashamed that the catchphrase I could think of was razzle dazzle. That has nothing to do with my character. Maybe it can be. Maybe I backdoor myself into that. I don't know. Also, before I read that sentence completely, I thought that you had said, "Who the fuck decars the fry pile like that?" So maybe French degenerate and philosopher René Descartes also squirted his ketchup all over his fry pile. He was a layabout and a wastrel, so maybe. I think, therefore I'm gonna fuck this fry pile up. I was lazy and bad, but it got the job done. Sure, why not? Screwed that up, so I'll just go for the easy weezy. Ah, grandpa jokes. Oh no! I was thinking about grandpa jokes and owned to myself. Yeah, here we do this. We do this now. Well, that was one square away from a combo. Well, narrowly avoided... Okay, we narrowly avoided losing to one thing, only to lose to another. I have to say, Kaz, I don't get the joke. Maybe I don't have enough cognitive flexibility to think about very, very good grandpa jokes, while also losing at Yoshi's Cookie. right, yeah. I think, therefore I am. He does not think, so he will not. At least that's what I get out of it. At least that combo I got was pretty cool. Oh, that'll do. Yeah. On to game 3. Thought I had more going there than I did. Man, that was very slow for just a triple. Okay. Gus decides not to press his advantage, allowing me to squeeze in. I also goofed up that triple, but it's okay. I didn't have a triple there, so I just went for the double. That -3 there keeps me from just going for a silly combo. I guess I also have more Stellaris to stream. I know for a fact that I won't finish that game on stream, just because Stellaris games never finish. But I could maybe squeeze a little more mileage out of it. Of the Z Fighters of Kame House. But Stellaris is not a crowd-pleasing stream. People who enjoy it quite a bit, but it is somewhat like watching paint dry. Oh, add that. Right, those are 2 other streams I abandoned. Was Majora's Mask and Dark Cloud 2. I've abandoned Dark Cloud 2 streams a couple of times now. You know, game, usually I accept the -3 self-attack just so that I could rotate into something more useful, but I also said the people who like it a lot, which is why they request it, so that they can watch paint dry. I like boring games. Boring games are good. Why don't I just rotate into something a little more comfortable? That was just a mistake, though. I'm getting tired, so I'm making mistakes. Whereas that was on purpose. That's when Slave is almost at its most powerful, is when you get the full duration. Wow, what was that? What the hell was that? When you get the full duration of the attack off, and at the very last moment get a reversal off of it, because then you're getting the cow without paying for it. Have to be careful here. That was premature. That was a double slave. But it's okay. I had points supremacy. That was very, very nearly a bad idea, and then I just made it a bad. I made it a bad idea because it was very nearly that. Huh? I'll spit my eye and call me a fool. Okay. The status effects work like this. The game goes from targeting yourself every 7 seconds, I think, to targeting your opponent. Right now, I'm targeting myself with a -3, so it has an X. If I were to make a match with Yoshi's Cookies right now, it would subtract. Wow, I'm having trouble speaking. 3 from my score. And right now, Gus is targeting me, so his is a circle, which means good. And if he were to make a yoco match, it would panic me, which would, for a short time, scramble my pieces. Blind makes the middle 9 get covered, and slave makes when you slave your opponent, it makes your cursor control both players' actions. And when you make a double, you get 5 yokos. When you make a single clear, you get 1 yoko. And if you make 2 matches in the same combo with multiple lines of Yoshi's Cookies, it applies the status effect multiple times. Gus +3. You have a 20% chance of seeing Gus +3. Because there are 6 attacks, but -7 only has a 3 in 256 chance of showing up, I think is what Medibot told me. Generally, when the cursor is targeting yourself, it's bad, because most attacks are bad to have happen to yourself, except for +3. And +3 is the only bad attack that can target your opponent. Suppose it's also worth mentioning that Yoshi's Cookie is a first to 25. First person to 25 points wins. Man, goofed that up. What am I doing? Oh, this is okay. Rip. There we go. Also, when you slave your opponent... that was a good combo. When you slave your opponent, it either ends when the duration ends, or it ends whenever you make a match for your opponent. So, it's possible to trick the game into thinking you've gotten a match, and immediately break slave when you get afflicted with it. Yeah, it comes and runs, Teal Hydra. Makes you think that you're just not destined to win. That sort of confirmation bias made me for a long time think that you had a greater chance of blind appearing than other attacks. Because I had tried to do some stats on that and let the AI play itself and kept match of the attacks for a couple hundred times, which I thought was a good enough, well, shit. Which I thought was a good enough size for getting statistics from, but apparently it was not, because it's reinforced my belief that blind was more common. And then Medibot just dove into the game code and got the actual numbers out of it. Don't have enough for that. What am I doing? I'm not certain. Yep. Same, didn't do it in time. I think this might be the last one for Yoco for today. I might stream something else after it, but... last match. A lot of hearts. Also, that panic was counting down while the music was playing, even though I was in the middle of a combo. So you can, that's a sort of defense you can have against attacks, is by having long combos. Try streaming Yoco before an art stream. That would be very good. Were you gonna art stream today, Charles, or are you just saying that in general? Whatever. I was very slow, but I felt my gut saying that the timer was getting close. Hopefully I'll be awake for it. Ooh, that could have been very poor, but it worked out alright. You get a feeling for the time that rotation takes. Doing studies. Studies are important. What am I doing? There was no way to make a lateral like that. And Gus uses perfect timing to break my slave. And then I get a bad rotation. It's over, folks. Gus seems very, very good at the specific timing that it takes for slave breaks to work. And I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just a side effect of how the bot moves. I haven't gotten to show it off today, but if you time a normal match correctly, as your opponent is slaving you, it will count as though they made the match, so you instantly recover from the slave. The timing for it isn't super frame perfect, but it's very specific. And Gus is who taught me how to do it, which is funny. Because I taught myself how to do it by mimicking the bot. That sounds like if you were playing Smash Bros. And you saw, like, the first person who figured out wave dashing saw the AI accidentally do it. Or that sort of horseshit. Actually do this. That was slow as hell, but at least it wasn't awful. And my reward is not blind. Once you mess up a single rotation, it's hard to recover without skipping a whole other rotation. Which is why you've seen me break off into double then Yoco match here. Shit. Should be okay here, yeah. Okay. How many matches did I lose there? I think I lost 3. That seems pretty good. I don't know how many matches I played, but I've been playing for an hour and a half. Seems decent. Well, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and if I feel like streaming afterwards, I'll toss up something else. But for now, this has been Yoshi's Cookie.